Okay, here we are. This is Tuesday, September 13th, 2022, and here I am in Bangkok, Thailand, and I'm out here to the east of the city, and the resulting water that you see on the road was deposited by a fierce rainstorm in approximately 20 minutes. That's right, 20 minutes from a dry road to a flooded road. And as you can see, many of the businesses here on the side, yet that water is getting dangerously close. They do have a sophisticated storm drain system, but Bangkok is very flat, so any water that flows has to be pumped. So they have big pumping stations that are pumping this water into the canal. Now, one of the problems with Bangkok, though, this is what's called gray water. This is a mixture of both sanitary sewer and storm sewer. Now, of course, obviously the vast majority of this water is from the rainstorm. But as you can see, if you look carefully, you can see there's one of the equivalent of a little manhole, and I see streams of water coming up through it. But there we go. If you have a vehicle in Thailand, it helps to have a SUV or a high vehicle. This would be a bad place to have a low vehicle, especially with the engine air intake close to the ground. We're in a Toyota Vios. It just so happens there's a Vios in front of us. And the intake there for the air cleaner is up there just below the hood line. So it's very high. And the air cleaner is designed so that it could act kind of as a trap to allow water to be captured and then drained before it tried to pass through the air filter and there into the intake manifold. Here we go. Still raining heavily. Not as heavy as it was, but it is raining. And there we see our flood. Now, of course, as soon as it stops raining in a few hours, this water will be gone. But for right now, it's going to snarl traffic and cause problems. But you can see many of these businesses are designed for it. They're well above the level of the street. There's our local 7-Eleven. They don't have a problem. Many businesses in Thailand have a business on the first floor and then residential there on the second floor. And oftentimes the people who rent the property for the business or own the business will actually live or have living quarters there above the business. So many of these restaurants, dry cleaners, salons, the owner actually lives at the business. One thing I am impressed with, though, is a fierce thunderstorm, lots of lightning, and we didn't have any type of power failure. That's the one thing I have to say about Bangkok, Thailand. They have good electrical utility and does not lose power. Now here, obviously, this section of the road is a little higher. We don't really have any large amounts of water. Careful driving was safe and reasonable. And as you go through this deep water, you can actually feel the car pick up. Okay, here we are, and here's some of these businesses are a little more susceptible to flooding. You'll notice that they have permanent concrete little wall right there. See that white wall? Because they know that, you know, this isn't an event that happens once a year. This is something that happens once a week here in the monsoon. This is common. And like I say, this isn't an overnight event. This isn't an all-day event. This is a 30-minute event. So, now, if you can notice that the water is flowing, so it is draining away. And it's still raining, but not as hard as it was. There's no rain falling on us because we're underneath the overpass. And it's about 3:17 in the afternoon, so this is a Tuesday afternoon. It's well before rush hour. So we're not, traffic is not bad at all. And there we hear the rain coming down. There we see the conditions of the street, which is not bad, really. Now you can see many of these businesses are good and high, so they don't have anything to worry about. And if your business is low and susceptible to flooding, well, hey, you just have to design it to be flooded. Here we go. This restaurant's good and high. They don't have anything to worry about. Here we go. We see the water there. There's our local 7-Eleven. It's about a 7-Eleven every 500 yards here in Thailand, at least it seems. I think that there are 13,000 7-Elevens in the nation of Thailand. Coming across our local Volvo dealer. We had visited them just recently to look at a new car. One of the questions I asked is, how does a Volvo do in the flood? And they say, oh, no problem. Well, as long as it doesn't get too high. But that's one thing. Here in Thailand, it helps to have a SUV. An SUV that can drive in probably up to 2 or 3 feet of water would be very nice. Okay, here we're going up over the canal. Let's see. I can't really get a good shot of it, but that's where the water's going. It's being pumped into these canals, and there's a whole network of them here in Bangkok. One thing that's interesting about Bangkok is there's no traffic light or any type of traffic sign here. So people have kind of a give and take system to allow you to kind of go across. So you can see people are turning across traffic and going in and out of traffic really without any problem. One of the things is the local police station actually this is their impound lot. So here these cars have been involved in accidents or altercations, and This is where they sit. They seem to sit here for a long time.